can't see can kill you. Radiation is an invisible force. It has no smell, no color, and makes no sound. Yet human ambition, war, and catastrophic mistakes have permanently scarred parts of our world with extreme levels of radioactivity. Today, we're counting down the top 6 most radioactive places on Earth. These are real locations, born from terrifying real-life events. Let's dive into the dark history of the zones where human life can no longer exist. Top 6 most radioactive places on Earth. Do not visit. Number 6. Sellafield, United Kingdom. Located on the coast of the Irish Sea in Cumbria, England, Sellafield was originally built in the 1940s. The British government constructed this massive nuclear facility to produce weapons-grade plutonium during the Cold War. For decades, it was the beating heart of the UK's nuclear program, but it also became a site of continuous environmental disaster. The most notorious incident happened in October 1957, known as the Windscale fire. The graphite core of one of the reactors caught fire, burning out of control for 3 days. Radioactive fallout was released and spread across the UK and into mainland Europe. The British government initially tried to cover up the severity of the disaster to protect their nuclear weapons program. Today, Sellafield is no longer producing plutonium, but it remains one of the most complex and hazardous nuclear sites in Europe. Over the decades, the facility intentionally discharged millions of gallons of radioactive waste directly into the Irish Sea, making it one of the most radioactive bodies of water in the world. Cleanup efforts are currently underway, but they will take over a century to complete. Number 5. The Hanford site, Washington, USA. In 1943, the United States government desperately needed plutonium to win World War II. They established the Hanford site in Washington state as a top-secret branch of the Manhattan Project. This sprawling facility successfully produced the nuclear material used in the Fat Man bomb dropped on Nagasaki. However, this rapid, wartime production came at an unimaginable environmental cost. During the Cold War, scientists and military engineers worked incredibly fast, paying very little attention to environmental safety. They dumped billions of gallons of highly toxic and radioactive liquid waste directly into trenches and the surrounding soil. They also stored millions of gallons of chemical sludge in underground single-shell tanks that were only designed to last a few decades. Right now, Hanford is considered the most contaminated nuclear site in the United States. Many of those aging underground tanks are leaking, threatening to contaminate the nearby Columbia River. The US government is currently spending billions of dollars a year in a massive, decades-long cleanup operation, fighting a ticking time bomb hidden beneath the dirt. Number 4. Goiânia, Brazil. The Goiânia incident is unique because it didn't happen in a massive military facility or a power plant. It happened in a regular city. In September 1987, a private radiotherapy institute in Goiânia, Brazil, moved to a new location, leaving behind an obsolete radiotherapy machine containing a highly radioactive capsule of cesium-137. 2 local scrap metal scavengers broke into the abandoned hospital, looking for valuable metals. They dismantled the machine and took the heavy lead capsule home. When they cracked the capsule open, they found a mesmerizing, glowing blue powder. Fascinated by the beautiful light, they showed the powder to their friends, families, and neighbors. People painted the glowing dust on their faces, rubbed it on their skin, and even gave it to young children to play with. Within days, dozens of people fell violently ill with severe radiation poisoning. By the time authorities realized what had happened, large sections of the city were contaminated. The military had to be called in to demolish houses, remove topsoil, and scan hundreds of thousands of panicked citizens. Four people died agonizing deaths, and hundreds more suffered long-term health consequences from simply touching the glowing dust. Number 3. Semipalatinsk test site, the Polygon, Kazakhstan. Deep in the northeastern steppes of Kazakhstan lies an area known as the Polygon. From 1949 to 1989, this massive territory was the primary nuclear test site for the Soviet Union. The Soviet military conducted an astonishing 456 nuclear detonations here, dropping bombs from planes, detonating them on towers, and blowing them up in tunnels. What makes the Polygon truly horrifying is the human experiment that took place. The Soviet government deliberately chose not to evacuate the local nomadic populations living around the test site. They wanted to study the long-term effects of radiation on human biology. Villagers would step outside their homes to watch mushroom clouds rise over the horizon, entirely unaware that the toxic ash falling on their towns was poisoning their DNA. Today, the test site is closed, but the nightmare continues. Over 1.5 million people in the region were exposed to extreme levels of radiation. even decades after the testing stopped, the area has one of the highest rates of cancer, birth defects, and genetic mutations in the world. Number 2. Lake Karachay, Mayak, Russia. Tucked away in the Ural Mountains of Russia is the Mayak Production Association, a site so secret that it did not appear on any public maps for decades. Built in the late 1940s by the Soviet Union, it was a massive plutonium production facility. In 1957, the site suffered the Kishtim disaster, where a poorly maintained waste storage tank exploded, releasing a massive radioactive cloud that rivaled Chernobyl in terms of contamination. However, the real horror of Mayak was its daily operations. For years, engineers pumped high-level radioactive waste directly into the Teka River, poisoning downstream villages. When they realized the danger, they redirected the waste into a small, stagnant body of water known as Lake Karachay. Over the decades, Lake Karachay accumulated an unfathomable amount of radioactive material. By the 1990s, the lake was so incredibly toxic that simply standing on its shoreline for a single hour would give you a lethal dose of radiation. To stop the wind from blowing radioactive dust into nearby cities, the Russian government finally filled the lake with thousands of hollow concrete blocks and rocks, burying the deadly water forever. Number 1. Chernobyl and Pripyat, Ukraine. Taking the number 1 spot is the most infamous and catastrophic nuclear disaster in human history, Chernobyl. On April 26, 1986, engineers at the V.I. Lenin nuclear power plant in Ukraine were conducting a late-night safety test on reactor number 4. A combination of fatal design flaws and critical human errors caused the reactor to become highly unstable. The reactor suffered a massive power surge, leading to a catastrophic steam explosion that blew the 1,000-ton steel roof right off the building. A graphite fire ignited, sending a massive plume of highly radioactive smoke into the atmosphere, spreading deadly fallout across Europe. Brave firefighters and liquidators were sent into the radioactive ruins to contain the fire and build a concrete sarcophagus, many sacrificing their lives in the process. Today, the nearby city of Pripyat, once home to 50,000 people, remains a haunting ghost town. The 30-kilometer exclusion zone surrounding the plant is heavily restricted. While nature has started to reclaim the crumbling concrete buildings and rusting Ferris wheels, the core of Reactor 4 remains highly radioactive. Chernobyl stands as the ultimate testament to the terrifying, uncontrollable power of the atom. From glowing blue powder in South America to the concrete ruins of Ukraine. These 6 locations serve as a dark reminder of what happens when humanity loses control of its most powerful technology. Nature is slowly reclaiming these areas, but the invisible threat will remain for thousands of years. Which of these locations terrifies you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the unknown. See you in the next video.